You see the different people that work at different airlines and how they play and how they act. And you're like, oh, wow. So you learn from it. It's an experience to play against other people from different countries and to talk to people from different countries, but to do the same job as you do. It's awesome.
Most pilots don't understand what career opportunities are available in the world of aviation. They're making career decisions based on advice from friends or posts on internet forums, meaning they are taking huge risks with their livelihood without having all the details. This podcast was created to help you understand the aviation industry so you can find your dream job. Let's get ready for Pushback. Here's your host and my dad, Nick Fialka.
Hey, party people, what's up? It's Nick. Welcome to another interview episode. I hope your day is rocking and rolling. Mine was great today, but as you can hear, I have a little bit of congestion. I flew and I landed and I was just a little bit congested, and so here we are. But I can tell you, when I did the interview with my friend Ronald Araujo, which is one of the funnest names to say it with me, Araujo. It's just nice to say. Anyway, Ronald and we had a great discussion, and I was not yet sick. So you'll hear my voice change a little bit. That's all right. We are going to talk about the Pura Vida Cup soccer tournament. This is such a cool thing. The tournament is in Costa Rica and it is coming up. And if this launches and the registration's already closed, Ronald has told me to tell you to reach out if you're going to make a team and get a team together and you want to go down to Costa Rica and kick it and play soccer and smoke big fat cigars and drink lots and lots of rum and whiskey and all the good stuff and have a blast and meet all sorts of new people, then give him a shout. His email address and all the contact information is in the show notes. I hope you really enjoy our conversation. Before we get to the interview, two quick things. Number one, if you have a question for me or you know of a cool guest that you think I should interview, send me an email, podcast@spitfireelite.com, and I'd love to hear from you. Number two, if you need a resume, you don't already have one, or maybe yours is kind of lame and cluttered, go over to my website, spitfireelite.com/podcast. I've got free resume templates right there. So they're designed for professional pilots. They're the ones we use at Spitfire, and they're awesome. So go get one. And last but not least, let's have a quick word from our sponsors, because without them, we wouldn't have this awesome podcast. Hey, pilot, it's Nick. I want to tell you about a great friend of the show, Timothy P. Pope. He's a financial planner, and he's completely focused on the professional pilot. He's the kind of guy you want to go to for real talk to help you figure out your financial future. With so many upgrades and so many transitions and so many things going on, you owe it to yourself to give him a call. He'll help you design and execute really smart financial planning strategies, whether it's retirement planning, investment management, military transition, tax planning. He's a great financial planning partner. Timothy P. Pope, CFP, helping professional pilots make the most out of life. Give him a shout. All the information's in the show notes. You should definitely tell him I told you to call. All right, I have a really cool guest today, Ronald Araujo. Did I say it right?
Yes, you did. Correct.
Before we started recording, I was just practicing over and over. I was like, okay, say your name. He's like, Araujo. And he's like, no, you try it.
Perfect. Yeah.
It's like trying to learn. So awesome last name. Where are you from? Where's your family from?
My family is from Ecuador. My last name originated, I guess, as Portuguese descent, but all my family, my father, my mom are from Ecuador. I was born in Chicago, Illinois. But everybody's from Ecuador.
Awesome. And we are talking about a really cool opportunity that he has created. That's this international soccer tournament. So will you tell me and the pilot at home that's listening about your tournament? Because I think this is so cool.
Yeah, I've worked at several airlines and I participated in many tournaments for different airlines. One in Costa Rica, actually, I had a friend who used to do it for about 15 years. He stopped in 2015. When I first joined JetBlue in 2001, I played for as many as from 2001 to 2015 in his tournament, and it was good. Then after that, we went to different tournaments around the world, and Brazil or Tunisia and things like that, all airline tournaments. After that, I decided that I wanted to start the tournament as well. I chose a year actually in 2016. I said I was going to choose the year 2020. Sounded like a nice round number.
Man, that's a great choice, huh?
Yeah. Fortunately, the pandemic in February, March. So we had 16 teams for April of 2020, and I had to postpone the tournament, unfortunately, because of everything that was going on.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah.
So what is it like this tournament, right? So it's April 26th through the 30th. Is that right? That's the correct date. And hopefully this podcast airs beforehand and there's still opportunities for people to bring together teams. Tell me about the basic like setup of the tournament. What's the whole premise here?
So basically, it's an airline tournament. We're going to be doing it in an all-inclusive resort in Jaco Beach, Costa Rica.
Okay, so hold on. You're going to like airline. What do you mean? You can create an airline specific team or like it's sponsored by the airlines. What does it mean?
No, basically it would be employees from the airline industry, from the aviation industry. It could be gate agents, pilots, flight attendants. Right now I have like 10 teams and most of them are pilots.
Okay.
There is a Mimsies team. I think they do catering and grounds, I believe. We do have a couple of gate agent teams, but mostly it's pilots and flight attendants and things like that.
Got it. You don't have like a bunch of like, do you have any like CEO, CFO, and COO like on a team?
No, we do have Frontier. Actually, they've never had a soccer team. So one of our in-flight supervisors had seen me make the flyer during Couch for Reserve and actually got Frontier involved. So we do have some corporate people on the team from headquarters that are joining up. He's actually going to go visit us as well. I think they might take Barry, who is the CEO of Frontier. Yeah, they maybe. I don't know. They're trying to take him. That would be a big thing. So Frontier is actually trying to get involved, not sponsoring it, but try to get involved to see how far it can go now and then next year and see what would happen.
Don't slide tackle Barry, man. He is a tough cookie. Like he'll come after you with an elbow.
Yeah, right. But we'll see. Awesome. We'll see.
Dude,
but yeah.
So you've got teams. How big is a team?
You can take, I believe, up to 12 players. It's going to be 7-on-7. So 7 players on the field. I recommend taking up to 10 to 12 players so everyone getting a chance to play. It is 20-minute halves and unlimited subs. And the weather is brutal in Costa Rica. We're going to be playing in an open second division stadium of a team there in Jaco Beach. And there is basically no shade anywhere on that field. And it gets really, really hot. So the subs is a very important thing to go in and out whenever possible. Yeah.
Man, so I can't even imagine. You're not from Costa Rica, first off.
I am not.
How do you roll into Costa Rica and just start shooting from the hip and like, hey, y'all, I'm having a tournament. Let's go.
Because my friend used to do the tournament there. I've made a lot of friends basically at the hotel where we're staying and around town. The town is very small, very, how would I say, they're very united. So when they see us come, they're always ready to shops, the bars, the restaurants are always welcoming everybody in. So I've gone the past 2 years and talked to a lot of the bars, a lot of the restaurants, and the hotel specifically that we are having a tournament. And they've decided, and I've asked, if I put a banner of the tournament in your location, can we come and maybe get a 10% discount on drinks and 15%? And they're like, yeah, you guys definitely come. Just show us your wristband that you're staying at the hotel and you're set. So they welcome it. It's a small town. It's a very touristy town. And that week is the week after Easter. So it's a very slow week for them. So us going there for that whole week is like a big, hey, welcome. We want you here. It's on the beach. The hotel's on the beach. So it's beachside, the whole street. It's like a mini Las Vegas kind of thing.
Oh my gosh.
But not as dangerous. So, it's not a Sin City. Yeah. So, but the people are nice. It's very safe. As long as people go out in groups, like anywhere you go, you don't want to go places you're not supposed to go.
Of course, buddy system, man.
Like,
you got to.
Usually teams go all together. Hey, let's go out, let's go over here, and they all go together. Whoever 15, whatever people that came. So that was the case with us, with our team. Then we make friends with another team, and then we all go together. It's like 20 of us. So nothing can really happen with 20 people, So yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
So do you have sponsors? Do you guys drum up sponsors?
I do not have any sponsors.
Are you looking for sponsors?
I am looking for sponsors. I did send a letter out to Gatorade to see if I can get a sponsor. I sent it about like 4 months ago. I didn't get really a response. I'm not sure if I sent it out the right way or if there's another way of sending it. I did look it up online and send it out to 3 different emails. I didn't get, I'm probably doing it the wrong way.
All right. So whoever's listening that's flying for Coke or Pepsi corporate, I need you, Powerade or Gatorade, like I need you to reach out to me and I'll hook you up with Ronald and we'll get we need some sponsorship. Yeah. Or if you are the CEO of a company that's looking to hire awesome pilots, like this is the time. Like let's go and support this cause. This is super
the pilots
fun.
Are all going to be, there's going to be a lot of pilots there at the tournament, especially Frontier has, I don't know about the other teams. I haven't really asked them what position they are in the company, but in Frontier, there's at least, I think 9 pilots that are going on the team. They have 2 teams. So
I hope that they swing by the recruiting office before they go and bring a whole bunch of those green sunglasses.
Yeah, right. They should, right? And then also our tournament is co-ed. So any male or female can play on the team. I feel that's something that I've played against female players. And I got to tell you that there are some female players, especially at Southwest, that play better than any guy on my team. And
I bet Southwest seems like a pretty intense,
especially from Albuquerque. There's some ladies from Albuquerque that I used to play with against Southwest, and they are real. I think they might be going. I'm not sure if.
And they're used to the heat, so they're just going to run the score.
Yeah, they are. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Hopefully, everything works out. Right now, it's crunch time. These next 3 months. We see everybody waits to the last minute because they're waiting for that vacation time. So even though I have a deadline for the registration, even if it's March 20th and you want to take a team, it's fine. I can still register you. Obviously, they would have to find their way. I do provide transportation from the airport to Jaco Beach, which is about an hour and 10-minute ride on a bus there, and then a bus ride back. The 26th and the 30th.
How are you paying for all this?
I have invested my money in doing it. To do it, I had to put a down payment at the hotel to separate it for those dates, and then basically the registration fee pays for the transportation and the field usage and trophies. I'm giving out like T-shirts and stuff, trophies and stuff like that. So to the winners,
man. All right, so how about this? Like I'm kind of thinking about I'm at an airline. Maybe I don't have enough people to drum up from my specific airline. Is there kind of like a mix category or anything like that? Or is it, Delta needs to support Delta and United to United? Or is there kind of like a cross-pollination team or anything?
Yes, you can do that. There are going to be some players that are going without a team. There are teams that have not been able to form up. I think there is a team from Southwest Orlando who only has 5 players. They were going to drop out, but I told them to stay on, and I will find them players from other teams or other airlines that maybe want to join up, and then maybe Delta and Southwest join up.
Maybe there's a local business owner after Easter that's got nothing to do but wants to kick somebody's butt in some soccer.
Too, yeah. I tried to not place local people into the tournament. That has been a downfall before because other teams don't like that because maybe that local player is probably a semi-pro player. We don't even know it. And then they have a disadvantage against them. But there are like at least 6 players I know there's 4 players from New Jersey United that are going without a team. There's 3 people from, I believe it's Canada that are going, Air Canada that are going, 3 or 4, I believe. They couldn't form a team. They were still with the stuff from the pandemic. Some of the employees got hit hard, so they're not financially able to go. But 4 of them did say they were going to go, so that would be helpful. Yeah, I told them just to go and join up on a team.
Yeah. Any of the Latin American airlines participating?
I only have Copa interested so far, Copa Airlines. I am going to Ecuador on the 25th of this month to go talk to Eastern Airlines. Do you remember Eastern Airlines?
Oh, man, boy, do I.
So they have a base in Ecuador, and I'm going to try and talk to them about the tournament. I spoke to one of the gate agent managers, and he said he could set up a meeting for me on the 27th. I believe that's Friday, to go speak to somebody and show them basically the format and everything of how the tournament's going to be. So that's a soccer country. So
yeah, man. So you're going to be there. Let's see. It's a 4-day tournament. Mm-hmm. And everybody's kind of going to be flying in, and all the organization is going to be kind of set up ahead of time. If this podcast releases and you still want to, and it's late and it's after the we've closed. We're recording in January. We're trying to get right before we've launched this, the whole podcast. So how do people reach out and find you?
There is a website. My website is called www.puravidacup.com.
PuraVidaCup.com.
Yeah, that's what they say in Costa Rica is Pura Vida. It's like pure life. That's how they say hi. It's like our equivalent to what's up here in the United States. So whenever you go to Costa Rica, you'll hear Pura Vida or Pura Vida Mai, like, what's up, man? So that's how it is. So I decided to call it Pura Vida and then cup.com. So that's pure life in Spanish. Yeah. And my information is there. I'm actually going to email you a flyer if you want. And then my information is there at the bottom. You can scan the QR code on the flyer and that'll take you right into the webpage. Even though if the tournament is over, the webpage will still stay open for the next tournament. Probably 3 months after, I'll just open it up again and then put the new dates. It's most likely always after Easter, the week after Easter. So it might be a little bit different, the dates, but probably the last week of April. Usually want to do it after everybody gets their tax money back. So
I'm always asking for an extension. Don't worry about me. Oh man. Like I love this. So Ronald reached out to me on LinkedIn, like total straight up cold call me. He's like, dude, listen, I'm doing this. I need the support. I need to get the word out. And I want to be on your podcast. I was like, bro, this is so cool. I love this. My editing team will put all of your information in the show notes. It'll be a click away. And really, like, for the pilot, right? I want the pilot that's listening to know, like, hey, this is another great opportunity to get in front. If you're targeting an airline, like, why not go to Costa Rica and be in a tournament, B, have a lot of fun, and C, grow your contacts. Like, these are the people, like, they probably have recruiters down there and all sorts of cool people that play. Or, at the very least, they're going to have pilots. There's going to be managers. If you're targeting Frontier, man, it sounds like a great place to go and get to know what it's like to have low fares done right in Costa Rica, right? And all of that. Southwest is going to be there. Orlando's team's going to be there. That's Orlando's not a huge base and everybody knows everybody. So if you're a person that loves soccer and you like, it's a great thing to talk about and a great conversation piece and another cool feather for your resume cap. So highly recommend it. And who the hell doesn't want to go to Costa Rica, for God's sake?
Yeah,
man, bring me back some cigars.
I find it like the reason why I made the tournament was even before the pandemic, we all work in the same industry. We go through a lot. And then after the pandemic, that was even worse. So I kind of feel like we needed this to unite. Even though we are all like different airlines, we all do the same job. We transport people, we take people, we give them the best service we can. And it's not a bad idea to learn from other airlines. I mean, I have a lot of friends from these tournaments that I used to go to. I have friends in England. I have friends in Tunisia. I have friends in Brazil. I have friends in Portugal. I have friends in Italy. When I went to Rome with American Airlines, we went on a teams and you meet people from Qatar. You play against people from Tunisia. You play against people from Brazil and Italy. And they're, diehard soccer fans. So it's kind of a way to learn from other people, make friends. I've been invited to go play in France from Air France, and I don't even work for them. And they've told me to come and play a goalie for them because I'm a goalie, and I've gone. They've paid for my stay. They paid for me to stay there for a week, and it was a great experience, and I got a lot of contacts and I can't play in this tournament because I'm hosting it, so I can't be involved in any team. Even though Frontier is my airline, I can't plan them because let's say we win and then they say, oh, he won his own tournament. It's not a good look. So you want to give everybody space and give everybody, the opportunity to win just by watching.
Just as long as the trophy doesn't have a big F9 on it.
No, it's going to have a big plane on it. It's going to have, it's going to be a trophy where you can carry it on the plane. It's going to be very visible. It's going to be really nice. I wish I had them here now. I ordered them last week. It's going to be very nice. You'll probably see them the next week or so on the webpage, or maybe I'll just keep it as a surprise. It's kind of like a World Cup trophy, kind of very, very, very classy. And to bring that on the plane and people are going to be like, oh my God, where'd you win that? Oh yeah, my airline beat these airlines and we won. So yeah, people ask.
Gosh.
People on planes ask. They always ask.
That'd be so good.
So yeah.
I think, what I love about what we do, right, is first off, we don't know each other, but we have this great connection. And it's more than just It's more than just like, hey, here's another person that's in this industry. It's like, there's this intangible about what we do. And it's such an international community in this job. No matter if you're flying for a regional or if you're flying for a major or a cargo operator or whatever, like you cannot get away from the fact that like the world gets smaller when you get into an airplane.
Exactly.
And that is the beauty of what you're doing.
Yep.
And you're celebrating the world community of aviation, just like the World Cup does. But you make it accessible. Right. Like that's the big difference. You don't have to have $10,000 for a ticket to the game. Like you make it such that it's accessible and lifelong friendships.
Yeah.
It's so important.
Yeah. You get a lot of memories. I've had so many memories from Costa Rica from when I went the first time. I believe it was in 2001. All the friends, I've made friends in Guatemala. I played with the team from a Guatemalan Airlines, and then we played for the next 6 years together every year in the tournament, every year. And then we're still friends. We have each other on Facebook. We have each other on WhatsApp. A lot of the players have families, and now they're just like, oh, I can't go, and then, or they've gotten injuries, and you understand that because everybody, I'm old. I don't want to, I can't play as much as I used to, but as time goes on, you meet new people and new people from the industry. It's amazing what you can learn from another airline when everybody thinks it's all exactly the same. Yeah. I've been in the airline industry for almost 20 years now. I've worked at an elite airlines. It's not an airline. Well, NetJets. Have you heard of NetJets? So I was a flight attendant there for NetJets. And I think to me, it's exclusive. But then you meet somebody from British Airways and it's like, oh, they're very proper. They're very...
Oh, Speedbird.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and one day if I start this now and it's a success and I keep going, I would want an airline for like British Airways or Virgin to come with a team from overseas or anything like that. And that would be great. That would be more of an international feel to it. You see the different people that work at different airlines and how they play and how they act. And you're like, oh, wow. So you learn from it. It's an experience to play against other people from different countries and to talk to people from different countries, but to do the same job as you do. It's awesome.
It is awesome. It's super fun, man. Dude, thank you so much for spending time with us. This is Ronald Araujo, who has the most fun name to say.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just hope this is a smashing success and that you are able to just bring people together and celebrate sport and celebrate the airlines and celebrate community, like all those great things. And if you're listening to this and you just even think that it's interesting, I want you to click on the show notes and go over to Ronald's webpage and just reach out, because like this guy will call you and he will talk to you and he will be like, let's do this. Come on, man.
Yeah. If anybody sees the information and has any questions, you can reach me at the number on the webpage through WhatsApp. Everybody has WhatsApp and I respond. If I'm on a flight, I respond as soon as I get down. Any questions? There are some people that sometimes they read our webpage and don't get it, but I can explain it in more detail. It is very easy. The hotel prices are all there and it's very accessible and very affordable. And it's an all-inclusive resort. So you get breakfast, lunch, and dinner buffet, unlimited alcohol and beer at the hotel from those 5 days and 4 nights for one small price. So,
man, let's go. Yeah. Let's do it, dude.
Yeah.
Brother, thank you so much for spending your morning with me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Hey, before you jump out of here and go on to the next podcast, can I ask a big favor? Would you mind going over to your app that you're listening to this podcast on and give me a review? Give me a 5-star review if you love it. Give me a 1-star review if it totally sucks. Put a comment in there, something that is helpful. It helps me. It helps get the word out there. It helps people find the podcast, and that's super cool. If you don't do that, maybe you could just share the podcast with a friend. Tell a buddy who's trying to figure it out, trying to sort out this pilot dream of theirs and get a little bit further. That is super awesome as well. Last, if you don't do either of those two things, how about this? Find a way today to make yourself 1% better. Do that thing that you've been putting off. Put your foot forward, make movement, get yourself going, get that inertia that you need to succeed in this industry. So that's your choice. Leave a review, tell a friend, or make yourself better. Either way, it's all a good choice. and I'm super stoked you're listening, and I will see you on the next episode. The statements made on this show are my own opinions and do not reflect, nor are they under any direction from my employer.